You able to hear me? Guys, you able to hear me? Hello? Hello? You able to hear
Hello.
me? Hi guys. सुनाई दे रहा है? Okay. Yes. Okay. Good afternoon, Jan. Good afternoon, Sidesh, Vishwas. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Let's wait for just a couple of minutes. Everybody will join. It's okay, it's 1:29, no? 2 minutes and everybody will join. Okay. Good evening, Parthiban. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Log in. Just 1 second, guys. Session शुरू हो गया. Okay. Okay, guys, let us see the first question for the day. No, look, I just wanted to give a just overview from today, just about certain articles that you might need to study from the newspaper. This is from Hindu. Hindu mein. Today, don't miss out on the G7 imposing tariffs on Russian oil buyers. The article important है. In this, you need to know what is G7, what are tariffs, who are the major oil buyers of Russia and all this. And also Manipur, what is the issue in Manipur? Who are the Meiteis? Who are the Kukis? Who are the Nagas? What is the actual dispute starting from and how old it is? Then between also know about what is AFSPA, what are the provisions of AFSPA, how the government is able to handle this, and what the government needs to do to handle this and all this. Okay. Then in Hindu paper in the front page itself, there was another article about how election commission exclusively told the High Court that they have exclusive power on how to decide how and when to hold special intensive revision. See, although they're calling it special intensive revision, which is like a very bulky word, it's essentially voter verification. And voter verification has to be done, guys, regardless. This is not negotiable, right? Then there's also another article today in newspaper about how Kerala law, the Kerala officials have now are now having the power to kill wild animals posing a threat. I mean, obviously, this bill is a new thing. So, Kerala Forest Tax Amendment hai, 2025. So, it's going to be new thing. Guys, you're not able to hear properly? Upadhyay, Parthiban, you able to hear me? Oh, yeah, because it's very clear and it's very crystal clear. So, those who are not able to hear, please increase your volume. Because volume is not something I can increase on my side. This is something you guys have to do it on your side. Because my volume is full. You can see here. Okay, then there's also an article about Manipur's displaced people meeting PM seeking a safe passage for home and jobs, etc. Just go through that. Okay. Then there was an article about Great Nicobar projects, how they are important, confusion over clearances for Great Nicobar environment projects, and what needs to be done to fix them. Okay, then midway into the newspaper, एक और article भी आया था about Supreme Court restoring Rajasthan Royal Estates to Khetri Trust, which obviously brings Maharaja Gat Singh, who is a chairman and former Rajya Sabha member, former Indian High Commissioner as the main trustee. Okay, now for anthropology guys and for also biology guys, HIV strains in India are assessed as some broadly neutralizing antibodies. ये एक नया research है, new research report etc. If you observe, most of the paper was about environment and ecology or biology today. Science and technology chapters. Mm. It's all science and technology chapters, okay? This article is important. How the Gen Z forced changes in Nepal. You must have to try to convert or connect this to the information about the Gen Z protests of Sri Lanka, Gen Z protests of Bangladesh, and Gen Z protests of Nepal. Keep an eye on this, okay? No. एक नया रूल आया है about the foreigners tribunal under the foreigners act 2025 and the tribunal has been given some new powers and greater role but how we control foreigners in India. So obviously that's an important information that you can keep a track of, and we'll go through that information. Okay. Now let us see the first question. The main characteristics of the later Vedic period were town planning and excellent drainage system. They worshipped Prajapati and believed in adultery. Strongly believed in Varna system. I think yesterday we have done this question, but just answer this. हो जाता because the same question sometimes repeats in previous year questions. Yes, the answer is C. Consider the following statements about the later Vedic civilization. Sacrifices became more important. People of the later Vedic civilization used to have painted graveware pottery. There was no standing army with the king, though revenue collection was done. Which of the above statements is or are true? One only, two only, all of the above, three only. I think Kasturi is missing today. Um, Himanshu is missing today. Anshika Chaturvedi is missing today. Commitment is the game of UPSC. The answer is C. All of these are correct. Sacrifices became more important. Yes, all of you are correct. Parthiban, Upadhyay, Siddesh, Vishwas, Ashish Sharma, perfect. Okay, this is it. Which subject is not dealt with in Puranas? Okay, we've done this question. So come on, second. Match the following: Bimbisara, Ajatashatru, Udayana, Shishunaga. Matrimonial alliances, aggressive foreign policy, built fort at Patliputra, shifted capital to Vaishali. Answer will be A. Match the following: Eightfold Path, Vajrayana, Digambara, Buddha's first sermon. Tantras, Jainism, Buddhism, Sarnath. I think this one we've not done. Yes, and new hai. Yep. Jayant, you put as D. Siddesh, you put as D. Parthiban, you put as A. The Eightfold Path is path of Buddhism. Vajrayana believes in tantric practices. Digambars are Jains. Buddha's first sermon, the Four Noble Truths, Dukkha, Dukkha Samudaya, Dukkha Nirodha, Dukkha Nirodhagami Pratipada Marga, was given at under a tree in Sarnath, Isipatna village. Consider the following statements and mark the options which is correct. The women were not admitted in the Buddhist Sanghas. The middle path was laid down by Buddha. Buddha was born at Lumbini. According to Buddha, desire is the cause of all evils. 1 and 2. All of the above. 2, 3, 4. None of the above. The answer will be C. Yes, women were admitted into Buddhist Sangha. Amrapali. Amrapali was admitted into Buddhist Sangha, which is what eventually led to a small dispute between Buddha and his disciples. Women were admitted. The middle path was laid down by Buddha. Yes. Buddha was born in Lumini. Yes. According to Buddha, desire is the cause of all sorrows. Exactly. I'll explain exactly. I'll explain. In the end, consider the following statements and mark the options which is correct. Mahavira was a contemporary of Buddha. The first Buddhist council was held during the reign of Ashoka. Buddhism accepted the superiority of Brahmanas. Answer will be D. Yes, Mahavira was a contemporary of Buddha. First Buddhist council happened under the patronage of Ajatashatru, king of Haryanka dynasty. Buddhism accepted the superiority of Brahmanas is wrong. It rejected the superiority of anybody. Exactly, Parthiban, yes. Consider the following statements and mark the options which is correct. Jainas believed in existence of God but placed it below the Jina. Buddhists believe in the concept of God but do not believe in Atma. Buddhists do not believe in the concept of Atma. Answer this, guys. Answer this. I'm just coming. Answer this. तो आंसर क्या होगा इसका? One is definitely true. This you'll agree. But yeah, Jainism believed in the concept of God, but placed God below the status of Jina. Answer is B. Everybody was right. Okay. Consider the following statements and mark the correct options which is correct. Both Buddhism and Jainism were formed by Kshatriyas. Mahayana Buddhism believes in idol worship while Hinayana does not. Shvetambars are naked while Digambars are white clad. Shvetambars are white clad. Digambars are sky clad or naked. The answer is A. 1 and 2 are correct. The concept of Anubrata was advocated by Mahayana Buddhism, Hinayana Buddhism, Jainism, Lokayata. Anuvrata is rules-based living. Jainism. Anuvrata are vows to abstain from violence, falsehood, and stealing, to be content with one's own wife, and to limit one's possessions. The other vows are supplementary and meant to strengthen and protect the Anubratas. Which one of the following is not part of early Jain literature? Terigata, Akaranga Sutra, Sutra Kritanga, Brihat Kalpa Sutra. Answer, 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 answer. Hmm. ये actually factual based question था, previous year question. Yes. The answer is Terigata. Terigata are basically called the instructions of the elders. It's actually a Buddhist book. It's a collection of short poems of early women who were elder nuns or elder monks, having experienced 10 monsoon periods of monkhood. Teri Gatha. Teri means situation or monkly life. Tera Panti or Teri Gatha path. Which of the following were common to both Buddhism and Jainism? Avoidance of extremities of penance and enjoyment, indifference to the authority of Vedas, denial of efficacy of rituals, non injury to animal life. Selective correct answers using the codes given below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, and 2. All the questions in the PDF till today, I'll upload it on Telegram group today. Okay. My Telegram group is plus students. Now, do me a small favor, guys. On YouTube, I'm also uploading a lot of shorts. Like, share, subscribe, and even leave comments on it because I do ask a lot of questions. All these topics are important for your interviews as well. I need to know your opinions and how you can justify your opinion with an example. Answer is B, yes. Parthiban, yes. Answer is B. Oh, 2, 3, and 4. Avoidance of extremities of penance and enjoyment are not common because avoidance of extremities is common to Buddhism. But extremities have to be followed by Jainism. Milandapano is in the form of a dialogue between King Menander and the Buddhist monk Nagasena, Nagarjuna, Nagabhatta, Kumarabhatta. Milindapanho. The dialectical discussions about Buddhism between the Indo-Greek king Milinda and Nagasena. The answer is Nagasena. Some books call him Nagarjuna as well, but Nagasena. See, this is one trick which UPSC plays. You must answer a prelims question sitting within the domains of the question, not what you know. It must be limited to what is being asked. Within the options, Nagasena, Nagarjuna, mein Nagasena is the best possible option. The second best possible option is Nagarjuna. In the post-Vedic times, numerous religious sects arose in the Middle Gangetic Basin in the 6th century BC. Jainism and Buddhism were most important. Consider the following statements regarding the causes of origins of Jainism and Buddhism. The Brahmanas demanded several privileges in the society, including those of receiving gifts and exemption from taxation and punishments. The Vaishyas were engaged in agriculture, cattle rearing, and trade, and also the principal taxpayers of the society. Which of the following statements is or are correct? Only one, only two, both one and two, neither one and two. So the answer would be C. Yes, Brahmanas did demand a lot of privileges in the society, including receiving gifts and exemptions from taxation. And Vaishyas were engaged in agriculture as well as cattle rearing as well as trade. Which of the following languages were patronized by Jainas to preach their doctrine? Prakrit, Sanskrit, Dravidian, and Pali. Jainism was spread using Prakrit, and Buddhism was spread using Pali. In the post Vedic period, which of the following Varnas strongly reacted to the domination of Brahmanas? Shudra, Kshatriya, rulers of that time, Vaishyas. Answer this because I'm just coming. Just one second. I'm just coming. Okay. The answer is Kshatriyas. The answer is Kshatriyas. Which of the following statements is correct regarding Vardhaman Mahavira? Vardhamana was born in 540 BC in a village near Vaishali, which is identical with Basar. in the district of Vaishali in North Bihar. His father was the head of famous Kshatriya clan and his mother a Lichavi princess. He propagated his religion for 80 years and his mission took him to Kosala, Magadha, Mithila, Champa, Nepal. He passed away at the age of 72 in 468 BC at a place called Pavapuri near modern Rajgriha. Even this one, post-Vedic period, which are following Varnas strongly reacted against domination of Brahmanas. Guys, who found Buddhism and Jainism? Which Varna? Oh yeah, exactly, Siddesh. इसका आंसर बताओ वर्तमान महावीर का. Correct option. Answer will be C. Vardhaman Mahavira was born in 540 BC in village near Vaishali. This is according to NCRT, which is identical with Basar in district of Vaishali, North Bihar. His father was a famous leader of a Kshatriya clan. His mother was a Lichavi princess. They were connected with the royal family of Magadha. His connections made it easy for Mahavira to approach princes and nobles in the course of his mission. The story of wealth Shudra, based on a Buddhist text Pali known as Majjhima Nikaya, is part of dialogue between a king named Amantiputta and one of his disciples in Buddha named Kanchana, Ananda, Subhuti, Anuruddha. And imagine they did ask these type of questions. सारिज्म का दूसरा रूप था यूपीएससी. The story is based on Kanchana's story. Majjhima Nikaya, it talks about a king named Amantiputta and his disciple of Buddha named Kanchana. It reveals that Buddhist attitudes towards Varna. Kings are almost invariably dependent on depicted and wealthy. Priests are generally shown to be rich, though there are occasions where there are poor Brahmanas. In fact, Buddhist story, Buddha's philosophy is propagated through a series of stories called Jatakas. ये कहानी जातकास में सबसे important कहानी है. You able to hear me? The earliest Buddhist literature which deals with the stories of various births of Buddha is Vinaya Pitaka, Sutta Pitaka, Abhidhamma Pitaka, and Jataka. Vinaya Pitaka, Sutta Pitaka, Abhidhamma Pitaka, and Jataka. Buddha's previous stories. Batao, batao, I need the answer. Jataka D. Yes. Sudesh, Parthiban, Upadhyay, Ashi. Perfect. Buddha delivered his first sermon known as Turning of the Wheel of Law at Sanchi, Sarnath, Shravasti, Bodh Gaya. Also called the Four Noble Truths. Generally called the Four Noble Truths. Sarnath, Deer Park, Isi Patna village. Sarnath, Deer Park. Perfect. Yes. Who among the following was contemporary of Gautam Buddha? Nagarjuna, Kanishka, Kautilya, Mahavira. Contemporary means same time existing. Mahavira, yes. The concept of eightfold path forms the theme of Divipavamsam, Divyavadana, Mahaparinibbana Sutta, Dharma Chakra Parivartana Sutta. Dharma Chakra Parivartana. Answer is D. Sudesh. Shreya, you are right. Assertion. The emphasis of Jainism on non-violence prevented agriculturists from embracing Jainism. Reason: cultivation involved killing of insects and pests. If both assertion and reason are true, and reason explains assertion. If both assertion and reason are true, but reason cannot explain assertion. If assertion is true and reason is not true. If assertion is not true, reason isn't true. Answer this, guys. Assertion reasoning questions are one of the most dangerous questions. Before you put across an answer, make sure you read the question once more properly. The answer is B. While assertion that Jainism, emphasis of Jainism on nonviolence prevented agriculturists from embracing Buddhism is true, that is not the main reason for why the assertion is wrong or assertion is decided. It's not because just the killing of insects and pests, it's because agriculture is observed as a painful activity which tears the earth. One of the worst set of questions in UPSC preparation is assertion reasoning questions. इसमें अच्छी तरह फंसते हैं बच्चे. Which of the following presided over the Buddhist council held during the reign of Kanishka at Kashmir? Parshvanatha, Nagarjuna, Sudraka, Vasumitra. Fourth Buddhist council in Kashmir, Kundalavana, Kashmir, which was sponsored by Kanishka. Answer is D. Yes. Vasumitra and Ashwagosha, there were two people who sponsored the fourth Buddhist council. Consider following statements about Hinduism. In Vedic age, the religious sacrifices and offerings were done in open air. Vanaprastha is the last stage in the life of a man as per Upanishads. Which of the above statements is or are correct? Only one, only two, both one and two, neither one nor two. Vanaprastha was the third stage, not the fourth stage. Answer is A. Exactly, Siddhesh. Only you are right. Consider following statements about Buddhism. Hinayana believed in idol worship of Buddha. Mahayana followed Bodhisattva concept of salvation. Hinayana Mahayana difference. Swastika, you're saying it is B. Shreya, you're saying it is B. You're right. B is right. Parthiban, right. Hinayana believed in idol worship. Hinayana sect. Sorry, Hinayana did not believe in idol worship. Mahayana was the one which believed in idol worship. But yes, Mahayana believed in Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva is somebody who's on the path to become Buddha but has actually slowed down his own success so that he can guide everybody else onto the path of Buddhism. Consider the following principles: Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Aparigraha, Brahmacharya. Which of the following are to be followed under Jainism? 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Isn't the answer D? Satya, no, speak only truth. Asteya, not to steal. Ahimsa, non-violence. Aparigraha, not to have wealth beyond means. Brahmacharya, celibacy. These were rules of Jainism. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 were part of Jainism. Answer is D. Because the following is not among the three major treatises of Buddhism. Vinay Pitaka, Sutta Pitaka, Tripitaka, Abhisamma Pitaka. No, Satya is under on Buddhism, yes. On Jainism also, no? Parsamanath gave the rule of Satya. C is incorrect. Is There's nothing called Tripitaka. Okay. Consider the following statements about Jainism. Digambar believed that even women can become Tirthankara. Shwetambar monks used a brush to remove insects from their path. Which of the following statements is there are correct? One only, two only, both one and two, neither one nor two. If I was you, I would select D. D for Delhi. See, Digambars were the most radical. So naturally, they believing that women can become Tirthankara is completely different to how their thought process worked. It was actually the Digambar monks who carried a broomstick while they were walking in order to remove insects from their path, whom they believed that by mistake, if they put their feet on an insect and the insect dies, that is himsa. Answer should be D. Answer is D, D, D. Which of the following is not among the 24 Tirthankaras in Jainism? Abhinandana, Shanti, Girnar, Parshava. थोड़ा extreme question हो जाता है. So these are factual type questions, which once in a while may come. Not part of the 24 Tirthankaras. I mean, how will you even remember all the 24 Tirthankaras? So essay questions, I mean, generally I advise is better to leave them rather than attempt them and put it on negative marking. Answer is C. Girnar is actually the place where all the Tirthankaras gained their salvation rather than Girnar being a Tirthankara herself. झारखंड में है। The major 10 pilgrimages are Abu Dhabi, oh, sorry, Mount Abu, Rajasthan, Palitana, temples in Gujarat, Girnar, Gujarat, Shikarji in Jharkhand, and Shravana Belagora in Karnataka. Anekantavada is the core theory and philosophy of which of the following? Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism, Vaishnavism. Anekantavada, that is, there is no universal truth. That there can be many perspectives of truth. It's a philosophical ideology developed and encouraged by Jainism. Fundamental doctrine of Jainism emphasizes that ultimate truth and reality is complex and has multiple aspects to it. Hence, there exists non absolutism. That means no single specific statement can describe the nature of existence and the absolute truth. Which of the following kingdoms were associated with the life of Buddha? Avanti, Gandhara, Kosala, Magadha. Select the correct answers using the code given below. 1, 2, and 3, 2 and 3, 1, 3 and 4, 3 and 4. Malab, the areas which have been associated with Siddhartha and his life. Siddhartha and his life. You able to hear me? He visited all these places, guys. Answer is D. I mean 3 and 4. Gandhara he never visited. Avanti he never visited. Gandhara is in Afghanistan. Avanti is in near Ujjain. Answer would be D, 3 and 4. With reference to religious history of India, consider the following statement. The concept of Bodhisattva is central to Hinayana sect of Buddhism. Bodhisattva is the compassionate one on his way to enlightenment. Bodhisattva delays his own salvation to help all sentient beings on their path to salvation or to it. Select the correct answers from the codes given below. 1 only, 1, 2 and 3 only, 2 only, 1, 2, 3 only. Okay, the answer is see, Bodhisattva is a concept very synonymous with Mahayana Buddhism, not Hinayana. So answer is 2 and 3 only. With reference to cultural history of India, memorizing chronicles, dynastic histories, and epic tales was whose profession among the following? Shramana, Parivrajaka, Agraharika, Magada. A lot of students bunked today's online session. Trust me, they are not your competitors. Your competitors or look, your serious aspirants are those who are currently in this session. UPSC is an exam of sacrifice. It demands sacrifice from your personal life, sacrifice from your economy, sacrifice from your friendships, sacrifice from you. If the basic requirement of sacrifice is what you can't do, I suggest you are in the wrong exam. Don't come here. This sounds better in Hindi. अगर आप इस एग्जाम के लिए थोड़ा सा त्याग नहीं दे सकते ना, आपका कोई हक नहीं बनता एग्जाम लिखने के लिए. The guys who keep a historical record or dynastical record of the kings is called Magada. This was a question from Romila Thapar's book, The History of India, Volume 2. Which of the following statements are applicable to Jaina doctrine? The surest way of annihilating karma is to practice penance. Every object, even the smallest particle, has a soul. Karma is a bane to the soul and must be ended. Select the correct answers using the codes given below. 1 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 1, 2, 3. The answer will be D. Remember, in Jainism, even living organisms, non living organisms, both of them have a soul. That's it in this session for today, guys. And I think it's about 2:30. And we'll meet tomorrow at 1 p.m. And we will continue with more questions of history PYQs. Now, once we finish off history PYQs, we will start with polity. Then we will go with geography. Then we will go with economy. All previous year questions. Okay. Thank you, guys. You have a nice day. Bye bye.